Hello everyone, my name is Makine Boukhari. I'm a second year master student in kinesiology, and I would like to thank my partners in my lab, my committee, and my supervisor, Jeff Caron, for all their support. Today, I'm going to present you some preliminary results about my study on the interactions of concussed student athletes and their social support network during recovery and return to sport. Sport-related concussion is the most mild traumatic brain injury in sport. Each year, it happens up to 3.8 million concussions in sport. Some of the concussed athletes may experience persistent symptoms for more than 10 days. These symptoms could be somatic, emotional, cognitive, or psychological, like depression or anxiety. These symptoms have a significant impact on student athletes' daily lives because student athletes have to deal with both great academic and sport level. Presently, there are several rehabilitation approach. Some of them are the reintroduction of physical exercise in the rehabilitation of concussed athletes, and also cognitive behavioral therapy, which aim to improve emotional regulation with concussed athletes. However, there is a lack of psychosocial strategies to help student athletes with concussion, with their depression, anxiety, or social isolation. This is why I'm focusing on social support in my study. Social support is the provision of resources with the intention of fostering an individual's ability to cope with a stressful situation. Social support has the ability to adapt to the student athlete's reality. This is why the purpose of my study is to explore how social support is communicated and interpreted by concussed student athletes. For my study, I use qualitative methods because I'm interested in individuals' experience and reality. Also, I chose the interpretivism approach as my philosophical background. This approach aims to discover participants' reality and through their point of view and their experience. Also, my ontology is relativistic and my epistemology is subjectivistic. The methodology that I chose is the multiple case study. It extends knowledge from one case to several cases to lead to a better understanding of a phenomenon. The phenomenon that I'm studying in my study is the interactions between student athletes and their social support network. Each case was composed of one student athlete and 2 or 3 members of their social support network. These members could be close friends, parents, teammates, friends from school, or roommates. I have 6 cases, so 6 student athletes. 3 of them played rugby, 1 soccer, 1 cheerleading, and 1 flag football. Their concussion recovery ranges from 2 to 18 months. Also, I interviewed 16 members of their social support network in my study. For my data collection, I conducted 2 semi-structured interviews with each student athlete and 1 semi-structured interview with each member of the social support network of the concussed student athletes. Also, I asked to each member of the student of the social support of the student athletes and to each student athlete to display events of that occurred during student athletes recovery. Presently, I'm analyzing my data, so today I'm going to present you preliminary results about my first case. So Chloe is a 19-year-old pre-university student. She is a soccer player, and her conclusion lasts 8 months. I interviewed 3 members of her social support network, her mom, one of her close friends, and her mentor, that she's older than Chloe. I noticed that each member of her social support network provide a specific support in connection with her relationship with Chloe. So her close friends noticed when she was not well, and they could propose some activity to help her. Her mentor shared her experience about concussion to support her. Her teammate scheduled physical care with Chloe to not let her alone. Her mom provided the financial support, financial aspect. Her therapist reassures Chloe about her health, and her dog provides all the affection that she needs. Also, I noticed that there were common aspects to each support. The first aspect is that ongoing present acts has a strong psychological support. Her close friend, the close friend of Chloe, told me that she tried to be the most there for her if she wanted to talk. Secondly, communication is important to externalize feelings. So Chloe told me that when she talked about her emotion, about the fact that she could not play because of her concussion, it got better afterwards. And then, finally, too much support doesn't mean good support. Chloe told me that her mother liked to take care, but she was doing too much, and she had a negative impact. So my study will be useful for therapist, coach, or friend to improve the rehabilitation experience of concussed athletes. They could act on their psychological symptom and their social isolation, and we could find a better way to help concussed athletes according to their role. Also, we could have a better understanding of the interaction between the concussed athletes and their social support network. We will know how to communicate effectively social support to concussed athletes and how student athletes interpret social support. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll be glad to answer your question.